I have something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
The last patch was so metal. Oh man, check it out. It's so rockin', my head can't take the beat. Extreme awesome. It was too much to handle. Need more metal. In all seriousness though, the music for that trailer was such a bad choice. I love my metal, and that was completely ridiculous by the way, but I realised it was a terrible choice for these kind of videos a long time ago. It reminded me of one of those anime music videos that people do. Ooh, auto chaps, I'm Magical Mike, and let me quickly say that YouTube comments and things are completely balked right now. It looks like I can actually reply to people on newer videos, however I can't on the older ones. I made a video about this previously, so go check out my channel for that if you're interested. If, however, you just want a surefire way to get hold of me, try my Twitter. This isn't me just advertising it, I don't give a hoot about followers on there. Get the pun? Hoot? Twitter? No? Alright, I'm just saying that there's an alternative if the comments decide that they're going to break again. Right, so last patch I totally missed out on talking about, so let's give a quick recap on that. The Toxic Alliance appears, a giant tower comes with it, cool. We can't go inside yet though, lame. The patch overall was pretty awful, if you ask me. I didn't even bother finishing the achievements for it. I got the meta done and then I stopped because killing 25 specific toxic mobs was draining. Doing the specific types of events was like a pointless bit of extra hassle to go through, and doing that many tower events in total was just horrible. I'm not a fan of Zerg content, and that's basically all we got with the last patch. I will say though that the obelisk is handy to have around, the heal skill was a waste of time, and the Dream Thistle weapon skins are cool, however I don't like the Black Lion scrap system and probably never will. Last couple of things about the last patch, the obelisk hunt was boring, and would have been just annoying if not for Dulphy and other guides out there. There is a difference between the types of scavenger hunts like the ones that we got there, and the Mad King book hunt with the locational hints that we got at the Halloween 2012 event. There's a difference, and I don't like these kinds of scavenger hunts with no hints or anything like that. Not good. The story instance was good though. It wasn't complicated, it introduced the Alliance well enough, and it gave us some examples of what to expect for the bulk of the content. The cutscene was nice too, I liked that.
That tower was veiled with illusion magic until just a short while ago.
I found the perfect spell. It was luck, really.
It was fantastic. The sky darkened and
I could sense the magical framework. A mesmer had formed the illusion.
she just closed her eyes and raised her hands toward it. Magic crackled from her fingertips.
I found the crack in its cloak. A magical poke in the right place, and it dropped
like a Norn fart at a moot.
Jory. So when the veil came down, there it was. The tower.
And the crate. And the nightmare court.
They weren't happy. Still aren't.
This patch, we got to go inside the tower. Hooray! It does feel like potentially more Zergy content though if you play it like that. We get to fight through 3 large enough areas of enemies with events and boss-like mobs that block your progress. You can get through it solo, but you will face a challenge with the champions. You can do the normal events on your own if you play well, but I'm not sure about the champs. I personally fought 3 of them with just 2 other people, so it is doable with smaller groups. Mind you though, I say get in there while it's hot and take advantage of the large groups of people to help you out with stuff. The achievements to me don't feel that grindy this time, which is a welcome relief. Again though, there are a few that have odd little caveats to them. Like not dying in the story instance. You can't actually complete that in your first run, which is kind of weird because the instance is practically the same, except you don't get the NPCs on repeat tries. So you actually have to do that instance first to unlock the option to be able to do that achievement, and then you need to do it a few more times to do it to get another achievement, which, I don't know, kind of strange to me, but it's not a bad one. It isn't a big deal though, because the instance is actually pretty well done. I like the level of challenge we get to experience in there. It's doable solo, and by no means is it really hard or anything, but it does require you to put some thought into your gameplay, rather than just spamming your skills like normal. I had to time my dodges properly to avoid getting thrown into mega lasers or toxic seeds, and I had to use my condition removal and kiting skills properly to avoid being immobilized in bad spots. This is the sort of thing that I want to see more of. Not too hard, requires a little bit of thought, but not completely face roll at the same time. There's also the other instances that open on timers and things like that. They're pretty much the same deal, but the boss at the end is different. So far for me though, it's only been a veteran or two, so a lot easier actually. Just kind of awkward to get to them and things like that. Pretty easy, the rewards aren't bad, but again it's not all that fun compared to the boss instance thingy at the top of the tower. It's certainly enough to tide me over for the time being though, so that's good enough in my book. And lastly, I think, is the tri-key chest, or whatever it's called. I've got loads of the blue and green key pieces, but none of the pink ones. I guess I need to farm level 3 a bit more. Not that I really want to, but, you know, that's how you get the keys. You need to open the chest 5 times in total for that achievement, but I think I'll be skipping that one. The items that you get out of it are probably worth the effort though. You get some rares and some champion bags, I think. Don't take my word for that. I know you definitely get rares though, they're fairly common. And that's it, I reckon. I think. If I've missed anything, then give me a shout in the comments, or on Twitter like I said. Overall, this patch is actually one of the better ones, I think, that we've had in a while, for me at least. You guys might disagree, and that's fair enough. I do recommend though that you dive into it. You see what I did there? Yeah? Dive in? No? Dive achievement? No? Whatever. I found it fun, that's why I wrote it in here. Thanks for watching.
On the other hand, nothing wrong with a little anticipation. We've been having so much fun, haven't we? Ah, the memories. No one even noticed the strings on my Flame Legion and Dredge puppets. Yay me! And I made them dance so pretty. Although, I suppose I did go a bit cuckoo with my crew. And crew? Ha! Lions ought to be talking about that hoo-ha for, oh, generations. But my favourite performance to date was Queen's Jubilee. Oh, sigh. I do miss the charming Lord Farron and his fancy panties. I should tell you, by the way, I'm done here. This extravaganza couldn't have turned out better if you tried. But don't be sad. You'll see me again. Just not before I see you.